this afternoon, 5:07 p.m. here in the San Gabriel's. Always difficult trying to find a refreshing place in this hot sun. As you can see, my windows are frosted because I'm trying to leave the sunlight outside but make it more dark inside. That's always difficult. I like going to certain favorite spots with plenty of shades so that I can talk and read and do miscellaneous things with YouTube. Maybe that's a little bit too long of an introduction. Of course, I've been talking about the rental diet, even in Las Vegas, how hard and difficult it is to go through transition with certain menus, to leave off certain items that look smaller than the regular items that you're used to eating. Of course, maybe you can't tell, but I can look at myself and see how much weight I lost. I'm still trying to gain weight. I need to at least gain 5 more pounds at least. I'm wearing all my clothes back until I guess when I was in my 30s and 40s, maybe 50. But I lost all that weight trying to find out what to eat, what not to eat, what's leaving out, what's not to leave out. But we still have restaurant problems just the same. But we still have people doing stupid things in restaurants, which I talked about in the last few weeks, and how that coincides with trying to eat healthy. While we're still trying to eat healthy, it seems like we're still being torn down by other people who should know better in the business that people have to eat correctly in order to survive in this world, even if they don't cook their own food. We have to rely on their packing, the packaging, the preservative they put in it, the preservative they shouldn't be putting in it, what type of vitamins is in it, what type of other ingredients that they put in it to keep everything fresh, to keep everything going as it should be. I've been buying things more or less that you would normally think you would gain weight on, but I have to eat small portions. I'm still eating my turkey burgers, so it's not like going to any other restaurant like Red Robin, the island to eat a good turkey burger with all the trimmings and the tomatoes. Lettuce is okay, onions is okay, bell peppers is okay, but they don't put bell peppers that I know of on turkey burgers, but I do at home when I cook my own food. I put plenty of onion, plenty of bell peppers, no tomatoes, none of that stuff. No condiments, no mustard, no honey mustard, none of that. But I never did anyway because it tastes good just the way it is. The other ingredients that they put on it, of course, I put pepper on it and unsalted stuff. But I can't just buy any other fresh meat with stuff already prepared on it. It must be fresh with nothing on it. You just either you buy it ground, whether it's beef or turkey or chicken or whatever, you make meatballs out of it, burgers out of it, throw it in some pasta, whatever you want to do with it, but that's how you have to do it. That's the way I've been doing it, mixing it in with some other ingredients, some other minor sodium stuff that don't have a really high sodium content, but nevertheless, the spices. I still don't know how to do the spices. But then again, if you have a rental diet, that's something you're going to have to learn over the time. I'll probably have to get a dietitian. I am seeing doctors, and I will be taking care, going to the next phase in this process. However, you just can't go to any restaurant. If I want a good breakfast, I'm still going to have to do something to that menu, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Or I just have to stop going to that restaurant because they don't have anything you want and they don't know how to things off without charging. You probably get charged the same, which is a rip-off. All those conditions, it doesn't matter. There is no easy way out in it. I did go to Black Bears, I talked about before. I did go to IHOP. I did all the usual. I did go to Denny's. One had one thing better than the other. But my overall deal was if I just separate the breakfasts and the stuff like that, I would say that probably Black Bear was a little bit better because they had the grits. But other than that, you probably pretty much have to pick one item at a time when you go for breakfast. It might be a little bit more expensive than eating their combined meal with all the trimmings on it. Fruit cup is extra, and that's a very small cup. Coffee is always good if you can drink coffee. You can always drink coffee black. You can always put a little creamer in it, just a little bit. And you can always use almond milk, oat milk, but mostly almond milk, which most places don't have, not even in the little dispensers. And I did eat at Cracker Barrel, and we're going to come to that right now. I just found out by word of mouth, so I had to look it up. I thought I thought the present CEO was already gone, the one that made a big ruckus. Well, she didn't do it, but she was trying to do her best, make changes here. Now, they're not going to get rid of her as I'm reading here. As I read in my Google page, they're not really going to get rid of her. I don't think she done anything wrong. She's just trying to do things right. Trying to make Cracker Barrel the vital place that it's always been. And for the normal eater, not the person like myself, or like some of you out there who have really, really strong diet restrictions, the CEO, the present young woman there, is stepping down August 10th. Like I said, I thought she was already gone. And they do say it's a controversial brand. I am reading it kind of in a weird way here. And she's coming from, and someone's going to succeed her from Bloom Brands. Have we heard Blooming Brands before? I believe that's the one with Burger King and a few others. Restaurant? Or should I say, oh, owner of Outback Steakhouse. At least I can get some of this right. Because this is a lot of information that I'm always getting. So she will leave her post on August 10th, but remain in an advisory role, but she will be gone October 9th. So I give her 2 months more of advisory role than incoming. Well, her name is Julie Massino. Okay, we just go ahead and just give her name. I don't think that'll be a bad thing. And the incoming CEO is going to be David Dino, former chief executive. The rebrand backlash that kind of ripped up everything in 2025. The modernization effort. Most people thought the rocking chairs was going to go away, and the gift shop. I went in there. It is, even though you look at the menu, most restaurants like them also, sometimes they don't have the full breakfast menu there, even though breakfast is supposed to be all the time when they're open. But I always see a small list, a small breakfast list, and I go by there. But I'm sure if I went in there during the breakfast time, I probably would see a better list. Or maybe I have to ask for it. But I go in there enough that sometimes, they have what I need when I eat normally, which was in the past. We're going to the present tense now. Oh, so she's going to be in advisory. And because they did say the sales did slump when she was there, heavy customer outcry, of course. Of course, I was going to Cracker Barrel then also. The one in, specifically the one in Utah, St. George, Utah. That's the one I usually go to when I travel in that part of town. And I also go to the one in Las Vegas. I do go to the one once in a while here in the San Bernardino, San Gabriel areas. I do go to that one once in a while, but usually when I go around, those are the ones that I go to specifically. So, so it's gonna be oh, the shareholders did vote. The shareholders did vote for her to stay after activist pressure. They worked to stabilize their finances and all because of the misfired, misbrand, as they say here. I am good this. I am getting this from Google, as I say. I just want to say it again. So even though they're going through a small financial recovery, or which I can't really tell, because when I go in there, it's not a lot of seats. I went in there at the right time when it's not crowded. But if you want more information on the financial performance, you can. A Cracker Barrel, they do. And if you want more background and history of the incoming CEO at Bloomin' Brand, is there. Background and history. Do show a picture of him. So, so yeah, Cracker Barrel's been going through all those kind of problems. Not to say that all the other restaurants haven't been going through problems. Of course, they're still talking about all the other hamburger places going through problems. And now I'm seeing that Burger King, one of my favorite that I haven't been going too much, is going through some kind of problem. Going through some sort of chicken problem from a TikToker, which happens. And I did go to Burger King a couple of times, not necessarily for myself, but I did go to the drive-through and talking to their new service provider, the I forget the drive-through machine, whatever you call that thing is, or self. If you don't speak distinctly, or if it doesn't recognize certain accents of voice, it will still give you a wrong choice. It still shows you, but you were thinking you are getting what you're going to get, and it might still come out a little differently. I still rather hear a regular voice and make mistakes like that than through a machine. this AI thing can be good, but it can be annoying. Because what happened the other day, I went to McDonald's. Actually, it was McDonald's in the Las Vegas area just to get a tea, iced tea, because it was 100 and something degrees there in the afternoon. And I know I said unsweet tea. It was on the receipt, unsweet tea. But someone did sweet tea. So I had to go back in there. So I had to pull over, go back in, and get the unsweet tea. Now that happened twice, because it happened in the Cabazon area toward Palm Springs. So even though you put down a menu, when it gets passed down through the line, whether it's an automatic person that in the drive-through or a real person, if they don't understand what's going on, or if they just make a wrong ingredient move, which is always humanly possible, then there will be mistakes, as it always is. There are always plenty of mistakes going on around here and everywhere else. Well, at least I'm going to have some home cooked food. I was thinking about doing this video live at home, but I decided not to. Maybe I might do a second video live in about an hour or so. I don't know. But I get my 3X points. Dutch Brothers, baby. I went Dutch Brothers today. I go wherever I can get the greatest deal for my buck. Trying to get this paper. Sometimes it's good to have your own paper towel from Costco or Sam's Club or any of those other places, especially when the ice melts. So you put it in your cup holder. There you go. Always ask if wants sugar. No sugar in this, buddy. And I have to admit, Dutch Brothers do a good job. In fact, all the coffee companies so far that I go to have been doing a good job mixing the almond milk with coffee, almond milk latte, no sweeteners added. It still got ice in it. It took me quite a while to even set up this video, at least 20 minutes. Then after I set it up, I was getting ready to, just like I said, getting ready to do it. But I said, well, let me drive around so I can find a better shading spot. Just like this frosty winter right here. I don't like that. But what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to take a chance. I believe I can eat maybe one or two of these Danish style butter cookies. And the other one is butter shortbread cookies. Now, lemon cookies, probably eat. Yes, I'm going to get into the stat. It's low in potassium And this is also 75 milligrams of sodium, but the potassium is only 30 milligrams, and that's where you want it. So far as cookies, the sodium, like I said, it does have 7 grams sugar and added sugar is 14%. But if you're only going to have one or two, it shouldn't bother you at all. And that's all I'm going to have of this one. Maybe I have one of each. I probably should have opened it up before as part of my prop. They're going to spend some time here. So yes, a lot of these hamburger places, the ones that we love, are still having problems. They're still closing them. Taco Bell is having problems with the meat situation coming from Mexico. So they just disregard the lettuce for a while. Lettuce is probably the food that we should eat. Lettuce and cabbage. I guess I'm going to have to use my little putty knife here. So Taco Bell is going through their problems. As usual, just like anyone else. I'm trying not to cut myself. Yes. Spending a lot of time here on this. So I haven't been going to Taco Bell much. Like I said, I used to go to them a lot. Del Taco too. But due to the situation that I'm in, I might as well be the poster child for anyone who has the same condition as me. Please feel free to talk about in the comment section below of your rental problems. I'm not talking about renting no apartment. I'm talking about rental CKD, kidney problem. And no, I'm not ashamed to talk about it, because that's what life is about. It's just too bad. Life goes on. You still got to do your thing, whatever it is. But it would be great to know. I'm gonna do the other one the same way. I'm gonna take time. If you can bear with me, look at that. Don't that look good? You usually get these for gift presents for Christmas. So which one I'm going to eat? I'm going to eat this one. Only one. It's not really sweet. It's not sweet at all. When I say sweet, I'm talking about like sweet. Oh, I feel very good about that. I like those. I always have. Now they also say that you can do homemade cookies also. I don't know about the homemade stuff. You gotta have the right ingredients. I'm sure I can do that. I look like I'm gonna do a better job on this one. Am I strong enough? I am, but it doesn't make sense, so I'm going to do some more. There's this is the shortbread one. Let me swag down a little Dutch brother, Dutch bro. You know I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm past dinner time. It's supposed to be about 5, but I'm a little slow. I did go to the dollar store, pick up a big bucket to put my medicines in. Cause my house is already screwed up, and I'm not exactly really fast about doing things. I never was, but I'm gonna have to be faster now. Oh, look, I got it open. Let's pop this thing. Got it open, baby. Now see, this is the shortbread look. Let's take a good look at that. Now let's see what these taste like. I'm gonna taste almost the one. No, let me get the one with the rectangle. How about that? The rectangle. Look how thick it is. I had one or the other. Now I'm gonna have one, only one. Ice cream is coming next. There's a lot of ice cream I can't eat because ice cream is my favorite food, but I can't eat it. Mmm. It's okay. Did I mention the ingredients of this one? This one's only 20 milligrams, but the sodium is 115. So that's a little high, but it's not like I'm going to be eating these all the time because it's not good for your kidney. It's a little sweeter than the other. But you know, this is eating less than moderation. So it's not exactly cheating. You just can't eat a whole lot. You just need a taste. But it also depends on the stage of your problem. When you're in the lower stages, you have to be more cautious about what you do and what you eat. Of course, I am doing this in a more casual manner. I'm not doing it as a doctor, which I'm not. But if you want to call me doctor of the plain folks, okay. But I would like your comments and suggestions of how you do things. If possible, I would like to talk a lot, comment. I probably should do more of these, as I've been trying to do in my travels. And that brings me to the traveling situation. Dutch bro. Dutch, bro. Traveling. This past Las Vegas trip was probably the most important Las Vegas trip because I didn't think I would be able to make it, but I did. Simply because it was a family affair for my wife. If they have one out of the country, or a family reunion, if I go outside the country, which I really want to do next, I know it's going to be a problem perhaps. Because, frankly speaking, when you're in my condition, you don't watch. So, depending on what level of rental problem I am, and I said rental, not rental, RENAL, that would determine if I'm going out of town, or if I'm going to fly a plane, or if I'm going to take a cruise. That's going to determine a lot of things for a person who loves to travel. At least do one long cruise per year. That's what my thing is. It's either a long drive or a semi-long drive, and the other ones be short. Or I do one long distance foreign country, or in the country but a long flight, hotel, motel, etc. I'm going to have to figure out other costs involved, or do I have to see certain people when I'm away? Will it be possible? Or maybe I'm thinking, that's coming up, I don't mind saying, someone give me some suggestions. Because this is going to be a whole new journey for me, a big interruption in my living as a senior citizen in this confused world. I don't need to go everywhere, but there are certain places that I need to go to, that I want to go to, that I have plans. It's not like I'm watching the other videos that I like. And I don't mind saying Don's Travel. Yeah, I said it. I might as well say it. I watch him. I watch some others. I watch Ship Life. I watch those and a couple of others. Not that I need the kudos, but how else am I going to get my information, my energy, how can I get it uh, to keep going, to keep reaching those goals? And yeah, they are goals. They're not places of a lifetime because a lot of these I could have done 30 years ago when I was single. Now that I'm married, it's a whole new different ball game because now health is really a part of the deal now. Didn't know this was going to happen, but it did. So in a couple of months, I got a 2-week vacation. Don't know where I'm going to go yet because I don't know what the condition is of my body, what I can do, how far away I can go, things like that. I'll be probably saying the same thing over and over again because I am finding out new ways to talk about it. And I do, like I said, watch other travel vloggers that have access. I could probably get some of the same access, but when you're still a working man like I am, you don't stop. You don't stop exercise. You don't stop doing any of those things. You must keep going. You must have the initiative and the strength to keep going. And you also see that in a roundabout way in what's going on with ESPN. I had to bring that up because a lot of us is not as confident as some of the people who are getting fired, but yet they get fired for all kinds of reasons. And a lot of them are showing the dedication, and people even make fun of people crying, saying that they're fake tears and all that. It doesn't matter if the tears are fake, because crying is crying. Because when the tears come out, you're crying. Whether it's fake or not, that's another thing. But even when you fake it, it's real. You are just showing faith in another kind of way because sometimes we let it out when we're by ourselves. So whether your life is changing because of who you are, what you do, or just circumstances beyond your control, you got to deal with it. This is Robin A. Shams. Maybe I talk longer than I should be. I tried to cookies. That's it. I'm going to do with that. I did do white chocolate. I still have some white chocolate left because I only eat a little piece maybe every 3 weeks. It's still not the chocolate chocolate. It's still not the impurity chocolate. It's white chocolate. And it's without nuts. So even though you can have nuts in some of your chocolates, you can still have walnuts. You can still have almonds. Almond milk is better than the liquid sometimes, and sometimes the liquid is better than the actual product. I'll see you in my next video, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Nice talking to you. Please leave some comments and subscribe if you can. A big finger. Let's end it.